definitely make a great case for it here. So in another essential rematch, it will be Xtreme taking on Tundra in the first round of these tiebreakers, which for anyone who just watched this, Xtreme took a 2-0 over Tundra, and they've got to be feeling that momentum here going into game 3. Very different drafts, though, from what has happened in the past.
That's true. We'll see if the change is good for Tundra or not. They've ended up with something a little less common, but that feels in line with what Tundra likes to do. We do have a smoke wrap around. We've seen first bloods matter a lot. See if they can get anything here, but an observer is going to spot all of this. I think Tundra should just dodge it. I don't think their level 1 fight is nearly as good as Xtreme Gaming's.
Yeah, Meepo not traditionally known as the level 1 hero that you want to fight with. Neither is Morphling. So yeah, they definitely do not want to take an engagement right now.
Oh, he doesn't have the Meepo chicken skin. I really want to see it.
Maybe he does. He just doesn't equip it, and he'll have the taunt.
Ooh, that'd be good too.
Surprised, actually managed to grab that bottom rune there for the side of Tundra. So it will be 2-2 on the runes. I am a little bit curious how a Jinkyu, like on the 4th position Shadow Demon, will be able to affect this lane, because into a Centaur, I feel like he's going to be free to be left alone again. So my thought process is, if he just goes ahead and jungles a little bit and like stacks as much as possible, we might be seeing XXX go for like an early, phase boots into, blade mail. But instead, they're going to get aggressive here onto Whitemon. Blood Grenade is out as well, so a little bit of damage going his way. It does open Divine Favor, so
yeah, Shadow Demon not usually the strongest laner, so gonna depend on blocking a lot of these creeps from Whitemon to make sure he doesn't get too much. But right now, of course, just the Divine. Ooh, body block him in here. He actually is going for the fight.
I was gonna say, if he gets him, that'd be wild, but just eats through the tree. He might get that courier though. He does indeed.
Very nice.
So no more regen coming out for Whitemon here anytime soon. Does have 3 wand charges or stick charges to play around. We'll have another disruption, but yeah, being able to prevent these camps from spawning, slowing down Whitemon quite a bit here is very important. Obviously, he needs to get level 2 first, but for now, I think he's quite happy with the state of the lane. Gotta love that sound. As someone who does enjoy a good sniper game, that Immortal Cosmetic is one of the best. Toby bottom lane taking a lot of damage here from Pure, but the turnaround from 9 class trying to bring down DY. Won't finish the kill, but that Crystal Maiden, she's gonna have to back off here quite a bit. She's waiting on
9 class going for it.
Blast off, dude. 9 class, what a kill! That is the first blood you're looking for. Top lane onto Whitemon now. 3 stacks of poison. It will go the way of the Centaurs. So a little bit expected, I would say, here in this lane for the Centaur to be having a pretty good time. But the first blood bottom ends up being very good for Tundra.
Techies getting that kill too, getting some extra XP. Crystal Maiden does not have very good strength gain, so the more levels 9 class picks up, the easier these ensuing kills will be, especially because Toby will get more points in Tidebringer just to casually harass, get you low. He's in a bit of trouble himself right now. Gonna require a blast off to make space, which might get 9 class killed here. Looks like it. Gonna try to pass this over to Ame.
That's very nice.
Never mind.
So they get the Lotus, they get the return kill. It doesn't go to Ame, but it's at least something. He will be able to come back with full health and mana on the techies, which will make a big difference in the lane. But so far, mid lane, XM actually fairly decent. Thompson, of course, on this mid Morphling, very practiced. Bottle, a super efficient item on this hero.
Wraithband bottle so far. I am very curious to see what Thompson ends up going with.
It's got to be phylactery, dude. There's no way you don't go phylactery on a mid-morph. We'll see. He's got another Wraithband queued up, but... I mean, who knows? Maybe he's just going to build it like a regular carry. It'll be interesting.
2 carries. Truly the pub style. I know we have a Meepo, but how about another carry in the mid lane?
All right, we've actually gone ahead and got 2 points here in the double edge. And he is going to just rush the Veil of Discord. So playing for more of a burst lane here. And that just kind of indicates to me that Jin-Q is going to be spending a lot of time in the lane.
I think so. With 2 points in Shadow Poison as well, there's a lot of potential burst coming out, which I think is why he went for the double edge as well.
Yeah.
It won't be easy, especially now that the second Meepo comes out. And Whitemon has some very good creeps as well. The Harpy Stormcrafter and the Ghost.
Spooky.
Looks like they might actually be making the aggressive play first onto XXS.
I mean, they can try, but you're going to start building up these stacks and makes it very difficult to do so. Well, Pure does manage to dodge out both of those Shadow Poisons, so very nicely done. Yeah, I feel like Whitemon is going to become an issue now that he's got the Harpy as well as the Ghost, because if you're out of position at all, they can very easily just double root you down and stack up some of the damage. So Xinq's got to have very good positioning in this lane.
Yeah, we sometimes see Chen's roam more. 6 minutes is coming up, so curious to see if any supports want to make their way mid. Though Sniper's not someone as critical to secure the power runes for. But I think this time, making sure to spend a little bit of extra effort to give Meepo a good start makes a lot of sense for the Chen. Meepo is a hero who can just accelerate so quickly given the right start.
Yeah, it's going to be 50-50, and Thompson will win the rune, ends up going a haste. It's not the most terrifying rune for a Morphling to get early, but does allow him to play a little bit greedier or a little bit maybe aggressive if he knows he has like a way to get out. This is a farm fest for pretty much every lane right now. Chen is just taken away in the jungle at this point. Like clearing the small camp, has double Harpy at this point, so he's just jungling.
If it continues this way, Tundra will definitely hit a stronger timing first with the Meepo and the Chen. They'll push for a lot. Got some good tools to delay it out. Sniper, one of the best high ground defenders. And the further you go, I do think Troll is one of those heroes who can kill Morphling, can kill Meepo, possibly both if they're next to each other and you got a Battle Fury. So I feel like Tundra needs to go for this mid-game push where they don't have to win right there, but they really need to set themselves up. Having said that, maybe they do need to win right there, because in their previous series, I think they did that and then lost afterwards. So perhaps you do simply need to win in the mid-game.
Interesting. We're seeing a null tally on Troll Warlord even. Top lane, Jin-Q a little bit out of position as the wraparound from the Meepo, the blast off coming through from 9 class, and that kill will go the way of Whitemon. So not absolutely necessary that the Techies joins this one, but Pure is now off to a really good start in this lane. XXS with this, 3-point stomp, Veil of Discord, a little bit scary, but doesn't really have a ton of kill threat onto the Meepo without a +1, right? So we'll see how well he does. Rune will spawn top. 9 class takes it and amplify damage, interestingly enough. Oh, those illusions hurt. Never mind, Thompson's just going to go aggressive here onto Jin-Q. This would be a fantastic second kill, but with the sniper popping shots from the high ground, you do not want to chase any further.
Can't wait to watch Morphling go all to agility and heal all the way up.
He doesn't have any bottle charges. He's got a base.
He's got Seeds of Serenity. He'll never go to base.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I didn't even notice.
The Serenity's literally a full heal on this hero. Look at this. He's gonna be fine.
I didn't even notice.
Boy.
What an item.
Got 5 stick charges. That's practically a full heal on a Morphling.
He's off to a great start.
Yeah, top of the net worth. We weren't sure how this would go, but going well so far. Now, Sniper's not that far behind either. It's like 200 gold, 400 gold now after that, some farming there, but it's not like Morphling shut him down. So I'm curious to see when he decides to get active. We are at the point where I think it should be Phylactery, but I can never tell with tops, and I'm like half expecting a Meteor Hammer to come out.
Dude, that would be so hype, actually. It's a terrible item, but it would be hilarious.
Ah, keys up the Phylactery. Boo.
Dude, when was the last time you saw a Meteor Hammer?
My pub ODs still do it.
Yeah, I had someone build it in the pub lately.
No.
We lost that game for clarity if it wasn't obvious by the fact that my ally built a Meteor Hammer. But yeah, I haven't seen it in a pro game ever since the Kaya change, right? It's like, why would you ever go to Meteor Hammer with how long it takes to build now?
When you could not go Meteor Hammer.
And just play for late game. Play for 40 minutes later.
Was Xtreme doing his own stack, actually? He was making the stack. I was just about to say, I wonder who's going to go take it. It's Xtreme. I shadowed him, and he's pretty good this game. So, yeah, I did it. I get to farm it. It's a pretty good Shadow Demon game, I feel like. So, if he gets farm, I think that is good for them.
It is true. I worry that they're already starting to fall pretty far behind because of the Chen effect, right? He just is an extra core when it comes to jungling. He's gone first item into drums. You don't build boots on this hero, so getting drums gives you a little bit of necessary movement speed. And then you go back for your Vlads. And at this point, yeah, Crystal Maiden comes to top lane. We'll take away the Centaur, but drums get popped. Trying to close the gap there with the Ghost, which will be able to. And DY has to get some assistance from the Centaur here to not die to these.
Yeah, if they can get a little space for Meepo, I think the drum Vlad timing of Chen should line up with like Aghanims, maybe Blink on the Meepo. I don't know what Thompson's gonna get after the Phylactery, but you know, maybe you have Ags, Blade Mail Ags on the Kunkka, or it'll be close at that point. That sounds really strong.
Yeah. We haven't even talked about the fact that Toby on the Kunkka is now finally recovering. He had a little bit of a rough start. Obviously, he's into a Troll Warlord lane. Not the easiest, but double bracer, phase boots into Blade Mail will be his build as he's cleaning up a massive stack here in the triangle. As the other triangle will also be stacked.
XM's getting a Maelstrom, which fairly normal. Last series we covered, we did see Quinn get a Shadow Blade here, but I do think Sniper's job this game is going to have to be help kill off creep waves while Chen pushes, while your Troll farms. So he needs the wave clear from the Maelstrom. Curious if he'll go for Aghanims after that. I feel like the payoff for Ags is a bit slow, and I think that's like the time he'd be farming the Ags is when Tundra could be pushing. So kind of think something else might be better. We'll have to see how the next few minutes go, because right now it's still just a very peaceful farming game. Only 2-2 at 12 minutes right now.
Yeah, I don't foresee really either of these teams stopping their current trajectory. You might find some pickoffs on the supports here and there, right? Like DY coming in to try and maybe contest some camps, but you don't really have a lot of kill threat on any one of the cores, right? It's just these supports that, you know, are susceptible to ganks. So they trade 1-for-1 across the map, and Troll Warlord's just gonna stay in the bottom lane, continue farming. XM playing around his triangle in mid lane, which that mid lane tower will go down off of this push with the Chen and the Meepo. So this is huge, at least potentially giving him an avenue to threaten the triangle, which is something they need to do. But the good news for Xtreme is they got the triangle clear before the tower falls.
It's true. Centaur's taking the top tower as well, so you're not losing too much map space. You can move into the enemy's half. which this will be a bit of a slow start, like we were saying, but it'll speed up really quickly. Like once they get going, they're going to get going, and they'll take the buildings really quickly if they win any fights on the side of Tundra.
Q with the disruption.
But until then,
I mean, the disruption is a lot of damage if Thompson doesn't have like waveform to get away, just because his illusions hit so dang hard. But there's not like a standard follow-up outside of the Centaur Blink Stomp. So if you don't have him nearby, I don't really see like anyone being under too much threat. We see a smoke out here from Tundra. Now that the mid lane tower is gone, we can just walk onto the high ground here and see what we find. And XM would be the best possible find. The chase continues. Sticky bomb off the mark. There's going to be a nice stampede. 9 class still connects on that blast off, but a beautiful freezing field from DY will get themselves their first kill. Thompson will be able to just walk away. They do force a rotation while Pure is farming, so it's really not that bad for Tundra here. All you do is lose the techies. You get Stampede, some rotations, and more farm for your Meepo. Like, these are perfectly fine.
Yeah, he even takes the tower. He's getting very close to his Aghanims. And his teammates, what do we have? Blade Mail on Kunkka. He does have the Aghanims queued up, no surprise there. Thompson looks like he's gonna go for a Manta.
All right, Blink reveal from XXS. They get on top of Toby. Shadow Demon has got plenty of follow-up there, so kill goes away. The sniper, really good usage of the first Blink, and that is something they have to start playing around. Dude, Meepo is so close to Ags. 150 gold.
Troll's got a good Battle Fury timing, though.
Is this Battle Fury up? Okay,
Yep.
It's been up. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting too, because first hit root.
First hit root.
Yeah, love that. There's no way he gets out of this one. So very nice. I was gonna say it's a 15-minute Battle Fury going like full like wand, phase boot, and 2 of your starter items, Wraithband and Null Talisman. So realistically, I mean, that's a very good time Battle Fury with all of those early items. I thought the Null Talisman might slow him down, and I'm like, Troll doesn't need that much mana regen once you have the Battle Fury, but didn't really. I mean, it ends up paying off.
Yeah, I mean, it's in any other game, he'd be top of net worth. Being not that far behind a Meepo is pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah.
I think it's like Alk, Meepo.
Jeez.
They're some of the fastest farmers in the game.
Yeah, this Troll's never going to have mana issues because of the CM aura as well. And this is only level 1 aura, right? So he could just spam his axes on cooldown, and he's just going to be able to farm with those. Ag's done on the Meepo. He's queuing up the Blink Dagger. How is that lining up with the Chen items? Because you were talking about this, like maybe Ag's Blink. He's got the Vlads. Okay. Yeah, ready to go.
He's even going for drum boots. He's richer than I thought.
Oh, God.
The issue here, well, I don't know how much of an issue, but the part that's not quite lining up is that Kunkka did have a bit of a slower start. So this Aghanims is still a good ways off. I don't know if they'll want to wait for it or still start making plays. I kind of think you have enough to make small plays at least. Maybe you're not forcing the full 5-on-5s all the time, but...
Big wraparound. They know that this is coming. The Blink, the Stomp. They've got Thompson at first to start this one off, but the follow-up damage is not there. Stampede canceled thanks to the Stomp out from Thompson himself. The X, the pullback, but a great disruption from Xin Q. You're going to sacrifice your Centaur here, most likely. I don't think he has any way out of this one. Very nice kill. Very good play there from Thompson.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Troll is farming in the meantime. I really do think this will come down to the big push of Tundra. And if you fail on that, you're going to have some Troll sniper problems.
Yeah, Troll Alert is one of the few heroes in the late game that doesn't struggle too much against Meepo. Once Mega Meepo is out, you can just press your ult and kill the Mega Meepo. The thing is it's kind of like a game of chicken, which is why I wish he had the chicken cosmetic. It would have been even better. But it is a game of chicken where it's first person to press ult loses. So DY will get sniped here. Good placement from Thompson. I think he had an invis rune there. Was it? Or it was, I don't know. Maybe it was just smoked. Couldn't tell. But either way, it's, yeah, the first person to press ult loses, right? If Troll presses ult, Meepo can just pop the Mega Meepo and walk away. But if Mega Meepo's already been spent, Troll just pops the Battle Trance and will lock him down and kill him. Oh, Torrent doesn't guess correctly. Bottom lane, though. We're seeing a fight here as 9 class gets isolated. And, wow, XM actually gets out of this. He barely dodges this one out as a Stampede comes through as well. I think that's like a safety measure Stampede of like, we really don't want our sniper to die.
Yeah, Toby had to guess which way Sniper walked with the blind Torrent. And then actually cool use. XM used his courier to see where Kunkka was going just to make sure he could make sure he walks in the best direction. He does lose his courier, but certainly much better than dying.
Oh, yeah.
And checking in on the Sniper's build, looks like he is, in fact, going to get the Mjolnir first. So similar read to what we said earlier. He wants to make sure he is strong at the time that Tundra's pushing in, not still working on an Aghanims, which Aghanims alone isn't even like the strong part, right? You still need to build a Conda after that. So it is a really long build up for that build to really get going. And I think this will have a much smoother transition. Some Tormentors coming up.
Very nice timing. Just here
Crystal
right
Clone
away.
would be pretty good.
Yeah, they do have some very good shard pickups. What?
Oh, Shadow Demon already bought his.
I was like, one of them has it, I guess. Okay, yeah, Shadow Demon bought his immediately. All right,
one of the sports bought it, or we're in a very bad spot.
Yeah, true. He's got himself a money orb as well, so he'll be able to get a little bit more income here on this 4-position Shadow Demon. Try and keep up with Whitemon, but it's a very tall order. Catching a Chen is just not easy. First row should go the way of Tundra here. Uncontested, it seems.
I don't think you're ready to fight this. You want them to come to your high ground where it's easiest for your sniper to be set up and not caught out. If the sniper gets killed right away, you're done. So you want them to push into your towers and you get sniper in a really safe spot. You put a Shadow Demon behind him, which I think is why XinQ bought this shard so early. It is really good versus all the Earthbinds from Meepo. So you can use it on sniper or the troll and you don't have to be worried about all this stuff coming in. Penitence, the slows and everything from Kunkka, all that stuff.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right. Tier 2 tower to fall. I mean, they're building the pressure, right? They still don't have the greatest gold lead, but they are at least getting objectives. They've taken the first tier 2 tower. They've got Roshan on their back. And the thing with Meepo is, like, as long as your primary Meepo is far enough away, the respawn is going to be at the primary Meepo's location. So he can accidentally die on the opposite side of the map, you know, if they gank the clones, and he's not too worried about it.
Radiant's
One of the
middle
benefits of the
tower
Aegis
is
on the
under
Meepo.
attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tundra smoking over. Might find XXS, but doesn't look like they're willing to cross over the towers like that. I will say the fact that it's only a 4K gold lead and you have multiple towers over the enemy, that bodes well for Xtreme Gaming. I feel like they aren't falling that behind in farm versus this early pressure.
DY?
It means...
Yeah, there's no way out of this one. He was trying to just cut the wave here, kill some Chen creeps. He even denies it. All right, that's funny. Go ahead, though. What I was talking about was literally pointless, so.
No, I can't remember anymore. That means it also had to be pointless. Meepo's got Disperser.
That's a good one. Necessary against heroes like Troll Warlord. Speaking of Troll, has a BKB finished. Has a Satanic queued up with just a casual Yasha, so hasn't decided to either opt for the Manta or the SNY quite yet. Amplify damage, balled it up. Ooh, that was close. I like the early shard pickup here on
right away
XM.
off of that.
Dude, he's got a Mjolnir. He actually does a lot of damage.
Definitely. This is why it matters so much if you find him or not. He even has the Grove Bow to be as far back as possible. Moving top.
Just Manta. Ooh, they got him on the stomp. Double mines, but if Ame can stick on him, no, they can't. Not close enough on the Crystal Maiden to go for the root. And gets the waveform to safety. So a failed gank there might cost them a little bit.
All right, what are we waiting for? They have the Aegis for 2 more minutes. Is it just a farming Aegis? I guess they're close to Drum Boots and the Shard on Kunkka. Morphling has Manticonda. Maybe they'll make a push with this last minute of Aegis and those items. Because I don't know. I feel like if you wait for the second Aegis, I'm worried Troll's just going to keep getting items.
Yeah, I think maybe they're feeling more faith in the Morphling as the ultimate late game carry. It is a very good matchup into heroes that Xtreme are bringing, but it's not like they also don't have damage on Xtreme, right? Like Sniper Troll is in a certain amount of damage, and he didn't get baited by like the Aghanim Scepter Conda build on Sniper. He is itemizing to be another carry.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Which is such a pub draft. Carry Meepo, carry Morphling. No wonder why position 3 Kunkka is so poor.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just trying to put some damage here into Pure in the mid lane. Does get the dig off, very nicely done. So Pure will be able to just keep these guys alive. XXS has that Stampede available. Tanky as all hell, thanks to this Eternal Shroud. And he will come out, pop that now. Nice Taurus on the backside. Manages to grab themselves the Shadow Demon as Thompson's trying to get aggressive, but he's just getting popped. Very nice heal, though, from the Chen. Keeps them in this fight. XXS has not had any issues, and it's going to be Pure losing the Aegis here under the freezing field. XXS has 5 stacks of his Shard because of the Meepo, dude. He has 5,000 HP. He's got to be careful, though. Finally isolated. They do manage to grab the kill. Very nice fight from Tundra.
The double-edged stacks must have expired because he was sitting at like 5,000 HP. Still had like 2,000 left, but as it faded, his health suddenly dropped and they just finally finished the kill. All right, good fight for Tundra. To get some kills out of that. Sniper was doing a lot in that fight. He was pretty much freely attacking the entire time. We can see in this replay. But having to go target to target on the Meepo because you just dig one, then you dig the next, then you dig the next one, then it's Mega Meepo. So a lot of this damage doesn't actually net a kill for them. Xingqiu gets picked off first, which I think it's important for him to stay alive. Like the Shadow Poison stacks throughout such a long fight, the vision you get from it, and then repeated disruption saves, it adds up. So I think it's a good kill from Tundra, which allows them to slowly get through this. It's a surprisingly slow fight, all things considered.
Yeah, I think the Centaur is going to actually be a substantial problem in the late game. I hadn't really considered the fact that, you know, yeah, we're going to be lacking, you might be lacking a little bit of damage compared to something like Morphling and the Meepo, but Centaur will bring an immense amount of damage because of the fact he's playing into a Meepo. DY will get picked off here. Nice catch between the Morphling and the Techies, but they're also looking for Ame. They don't grab him, so nice TP on out. We've seen Centaur scale incredibly well. If he gets like Kaya-san, Shivas into maybe even a Havoc Hammer, like this guy will eventually do work, and he's going Octarine.
I think it was literally the XXS that we saw.
Is that Bloodstone? Hold up.
Yes.
Oh, that's a sick item. In comes Thompson, super aggressive. BKB out from Ame. If he gets the root, he can pop the battle trance, and he does. But Sniper's dead. He doesn't have to follow up the Shard, doing work from Ame on this Troll Warlord, but it's not enough. Pure on the backside gets so much work done as now the chain roots are there, and they get themselves a massive kill.
These are absolutely the fights Tundra has been looking for. Finally pays off. I think Sniper hurt himself on the Blade Mail, got caught by a Torrent, and Meepo walked around the edge, blinked onto the Sniper, and just finished it off in half a second. Yeah, we get the replay here. So they got sight of where Sniper was thanks to the Morphling just going in. They launched the bow in that area. You see Pure wrap around the side and kill Sniper just off the screen, but it's instantaneous. Troll lives for a bit up here, but just kind of controlled up. Can't actually finish off a kill. In that first fight we watched, Sniper lived the entire time just attacking and added in so much damage, which is what held Tundra in check. But with him being picked off, Tundra felt free to just go in for everyone else after that.
Yeah, Pure is incredibly strong. He is level 21 now with a Scotty done. So if he finds the Sniper, he will just kill him. Top lane, Toby will grab the Crystal Maiden. Pops a Glimmer Cape, but the jump in here from Pure with the root will reveal her.
They're going to wait Roche for second Roche, and now we're at suddenly a 16k lead. It was so close for so long, but a couple good fights going their way, cleaning up all these towers. They're in a pretty good spot to end the game here. You've got the Scotty on Meepo. He has something else on the way too. Oh, just teleport scrolls. He will get the next Roche. You'll have a creep banner as well. The true difference maker.
Yes, honestly, Roshan's banner, the best item in Dota 2 right now.
It's still Sniper high ground. There's always a chance to throw.
Yeah, I think they're going to be patient and wait for Roshan, which it's up now. So if they scout this, they can take it very quickly, as they have to know it's available. Dude, the Bloodstone build here from the Centaur is actually so sick.
He will get a lot of healing, but he's quite far from it.
Yeah, he is very
I wonder if just the Shivas would help more, because it would have the heal reduction versus Chen, Meepo, Morphling. That's a lot, along with the armor to help keep him alive. He does have it queued up after. Well, I guess he hasn't bought anything yet. It could just be like a casual voodoo mask along the way. I guess we'll see. If they make it to that point, for example, Tundra goofs on one of the high ground throws, or high ground Freudian slip there. They get the Aegis and they throw that fight. That probably does buy enough time to get these items, at which point I think Centaur becomes a massive problem for you. But they are primed to win before that is an issue.
Yeah, and they've scouted the Roshan with the Chen creep, so they're going to make their way over. DY did get Crystal Clone here, so it will allow the Crystal Maiden to kind of split push a little bit more effectively, maybe farm some items. The Roche, though, is the big problem. So Aegis into the hands of Pure. It will be Whitemon that grabs the Roshan's banner. And he plants it mid.
Tanky Meepo.
Okay.
This is a farmed Meepo, and now he's got the Ancient Granite Golem aura. Very tanky.
Dude, Granite Golem with a Meepo is ridiculous. It is so much health.
Morphling 2 actually on the team. Konka's pretty tanky as well, so you need a lot of damage into this.
That blast off was so close. Dude, 9 class has been on it this game. All right, Satanic done on the troll. Very strong for him. I think he still needs a Manta. Yeah, he's got it queued up next, so he'll have 3 forms of Dispel, which is great. And ultra late game, you can even play for an Aghanim Scepter, which is also really nice. But that is not his priority right now. That's like his 7th item type of scenario. Sniper with a full done BKB, not gonna go down like he did in the last fight. Hopefully, I mean that's the idea behind buying it.
We're reaching that point. The fork in every Dota game. Is it a 30-40 minute game? Or is it a 60-minute game?
Sick TP out there.
This Meepo can't get much more farmed. Like, this is the timing. They have to do it here. I guess your Morphling can scale up, but...
Yeah, you can. You can scale on the Morphling. I think that's the big thing. But yeah, I feel like you definitely want to try and get a lane of barracks with this second Aegis.
I think you need 2. I think just 1. I guess if you get 1 super cleanly, maybe that's okay, but I don't think Xtreme Gaming cares that much about 1 set. Placed Roshan's banner mid, by the way. I wasn't paying attention to that.
Yeah. Shadowblade for snipers. So we saw this actually coming out from Quinn earlier as a way to kind of guarantee your positioning in the fights.
Yeah. It helps you move around the map. I think when he's actually defending the base, it shouldn't be as big of a deal because he's probably just sitting like near the tier 4s. So you know where he is, but it's just really hard to get to him. But you don't want to live your entire life in the base, of course. So having the Shadowblade to move around the map and for fights that occur out of your base will be good. Is the break going to be a big deal here? It's like not bad versus Meepo, but I don't think he really needs that far.
Trying to see like Meepo's HP just when he's casually near the Chen and the Granite Golem. Like he's sitting at 30, almost 3,400 right now, but look at all of the auras. This guy, look at the auras, man. That is ridiculous.
It's Chen Gaming. Yeah, it's a really tanky lineup, and we kind of saw it in that very first fight earlier where Sniper was hitting but just couldn't do enough damage. We'll see which scaling is better, all the auras and health of Tundra or the damage output from Sniper.
Double Wisdom Rune. Very nice.
If Troll's allowed to attack, he also does a lot of damage. He just has a much harder time actually getting to do that.
I like DY here on this Crystal Maiden. He knows he wants to cut creeps, but it's so easy for them to just pick him off if he gets caught.
He might run to Thompson and just die.
He doesn't even feel safe about this. They like know that this Crystal Maiden is around here somewhere.
He sees the campus farm and he's like, oh no, someone's in the area.
Yeah, DY is gonna grab him. Crystal Clone comes out, the X back into the freezing field. He's like, this'll kill the wave. I got it, guys. Don't worry. Creep wave down. An immediate smoke
he is
from
just trying to
Xtreme.
buy time.
They're about to walk through so many mines. Look at the map. There are red dots littered everywhere. 9 class has been busy.
They need to try to use the disruption illusions to clear them out. Ooh. See White Mon.
Oh,
man. Yeah, this doesn't feel safe. They're just gonna get out.
Yeah, they knew that as soon as they hear those bongo boots, it's because they're under vision when this smoke breaks. So it's no longer a fight for them to take. Link and Sphere on tops, and this is really nice.
The second Aegis, and the net worth lead didn't climb that much. Another 5,000.
All right, Manta's done on Ame, but here's the big pickup. Meepo gets himself a Scythe of Ice and a Mind Breaker of all items. So this is really scary now. DY, careful, buddy. There's a lot of mines.
Maybe one.
He's
more
like, all right, I'm
road.
out. Glimmer Cape, walk back. I'm done. No more of this. I mean, when your support's job is to just destroy Techie's mines that are covering your jungle, that feels pretty bad.
No, he's got the morphing illusion. Send them in. Send them in one at a time so you get more mines.
Yeah,
but that's the idea. I'll tell you what, the morphing illusions are pretty good when you copy them.
Yeah, absolutely. The bonus base damage, dude, they hit hard.
Even Meepo illusions aren't too bad.
Well, with no Aegis left, it's back to farming we go. A 23,000 gold advantage as Meepo hits level 25, grabs his extra clone as he's closing in on his Ag Synth. Which I'm curious what he's planning on replacing if he does actually buy out the Ag Synth.
Who, the Meepo?
Yeah.
I think he's got an Abyssal queued up for now.
Okay, he does.
Something we see too often on
Hexabyssal
Meepos.
or Hexabyssal. That's kind of cool.
Playing some Minesweeper right now. Using Centaur illusions through the jungle. He cleared out like 10 mines or more.
Smoke up. DY will pop the smoke. They get the D ward immediately as they chase aggressively. Pure with a really nice jump in, but he needs to be careful. Well, stay turn around. Ame needs to be careful. He pops the BKB, trying to just focus down these Meepo clones, but there it is. He didn't get the main one. The Mega Meepo's out. Now turning attention over to Toby. This boat buff is ridiculous. 9 class nearly dying here just to cleave, but here comes Thompson. Sniper from the low ground, trying to do what damage he can, but the chain stuns are there. The Hex out onto Ame's Troll Warlord. Another stun comes through, and Ame will go down. Triple kill for Thompson. XXX will be next on the chopping block, as it will be a freezing field to try and hold them at bay. But 4 for 0 outside the high ground.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was so
Almost got him.
close.
That was a blind net. I mean,
no
think
buybacks?
you've just
That's
lost.
just game, right? You have
I
one
think
fort.
you're done, yeah.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Okay, they need these creeps to come in just a little bit further for the back door. I'm kind of surprised. Usually Xtreme Gaming, one of their strengths is very clean team fights, especially in the late game, but I think that one they got caught up in it a little bit with Centaur and Crystal Maiden being found. They thought they could take it, but Sniper was not there. It forced him out into a weird spot. He's attacking from the low ground. I feel like they should just stack the support and then sit high ground. And that mistake looks like it's going to cost them this best of 1.
Yeah, and I mean, Pure played it perfectly, right? He's only scouting with his 4 main Meepos, and he's just playing that back on his primary Meepo with the Swift Blink, knowing that if they try to go on him, he has the Mega Meepo option. Jump in here from XXX. Nice damage with that Veil, but the throne's exposed, and Tundra objective achieved. They get the game 1, or I guess the best of 1. They get revenge, man. They get revenge.